The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Oh, yeah, we're here on a Monday, as we always are, from Othello's Italian Restaurant, downtown Edmond. You ever been here? Holy cow, you talk about great Italian food. If you want lasagna, ravioli, if you want spaghetti and a big meatball, oh, that's a spicy meatball. They got some great food and terrific pizza as well. Check it out. They even have a menu item called Jack's Herb-Crusted Salmon. It was named after me because I ate so much of it so often. And you know what? I'll tell you what. By eating that much salmon, it made me a better swimmer. So keep that in mind next time you're headed to Othello's Italian Restaurant up here in Edmond at 1 South Broadway, or the other location down there in Norman on Campus Corner.
All right. And don't forget about Andy B's, my friend. You know, with the holidays here, relatives coming into town, or maybe you just want to get away and have fun all by yourself, you got to go to Andy B's, my friend. It is just south of 122nd on Penn. And I'll tell you, you can recognize it. It's got the big B. The B, which is taller than the building itself.
That's the letter B,
the letter B, not a big,
not an insect,
a stinging bee.
There you go.
And let me tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. Great for gatherings. They have a place where you can gather for parties and what have you. Best bowling lanes I've seen. They got a VIP where they have holograms on the floor and a tracking device where you can see exactly how you're screwing up. And at the same time, an arcade. I guess it's the kid in me. I absolutely love this. The latest arcade games that you will find anywhere in this country. You win your ticket. They got a big redemption room. You go in there and the kids or you can go ahead and maybe get somebody a Christmas present. And if you just want to sit back and relax, they got this long bar. And sit at the end of the bar like Jack does, and they'll just keep them coming.
Yeah, and just sip gingerly. But at any rate, yeah, Ron's right, too, about the collection, or whatever you call that, where you go and get your prizes after you've played in the arcade.
Redemption room.
Redemption room.
Yeah.
They have prizes in there totally unlike any place you've been. A lot of places they have like a pencil eraser or maybe a bird's feather, but not this place. You can actually get video games. Like, what did they have in there that we saw? Was it a Xbox?
Yeah. They had an Xbox in there. They got a slushy machine.
Yeah,
ice
good
cream
stuff.
machines. I mean, stuff that you don't see in a redemption room ever. Like Jack was saying, here's a 6-inch little bear. Now put that in your room and look at it. No, we're talking about some big time stuff here, and they have a snack bar in there, and the Mustang that's really a pool table,
chopped off and made into a pool table.
And
Mustang
one of my
automobile.
favorites is that axe throwing. I've
very cool.
tried that. Man, that is dynamite.
You're gonna love it.
We'll tell you more about it as the morning progresses. And what about our friends over at Flash Hauler?
Yeah, got to mention Flash Hauler real quick. Flash Hauler's been one of the longtime sponsors of this #1 video podcast in America for a good 4 or 5 years. And Flash Hauler, as we always say, Uber moves people, Flash Hauler moves merchandise, and they are now the game changers in the moving industry. And they have hooked up with all the senior centers, I should say, in the state of Oklahoma. So if you're looking to move, like an aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, or somebody from downsizing from where they are to a different location, like a senior center, this is the group to be with.
I love this. They know exactly where you're supposed to be, and they can look at the architectural design, and you can pick out where you want your furniture instead of just stack it in here and drag it off to them. No. They know exactly where to put your furniture. It's a great deal. I don't know why someone hadn't thought about that before.
All right. By the way, you want to stick around because coming up today we have, as we approach the end of the year, the Jack and Round #1 News of the I'll Be Damned story for 2023. The #1, the very best of 2023 in News of the I'll Be Damned. Plus, we got one of those classic Jack and Ron recreations of the old TV show, Andy and Mayberry, featuring Opie, and I think you'll like it. But first, I believe we got to get to Too Tough Trivia.
Oh, wow. Too Tough Trivia. As a matter of fact, we do. We are, and here it is. The first animated movie to get nominated for an Oscar was what? The
Fantasia.
First animated movie to get nominated
Was
for.
that Fantasia?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Huh?
Yeah, it was one of mine too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's for the same reason.
But I thought Fantasia would be the one.
Oh, huh?
Is it? Is Fantasia it?
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, that's not the answer.
No, that is not it at all.
Is it
Okay.
before or after Fantasia came out?
It's after. Remember, Fantasia was an older movie.
Yeah.
And no, it's no. But
No.
it was the
Okay.
first animated movie to ever receive an Oscar nomination. Think about it.
Okay. And it's not Fantasia.
It is not You know what? You said that twice. I am going to look. You hear me?
Double check.
I am going to double check about Fantasia to see if I can find it streaming somewhere, so I can.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and relive a few fond memories, and again go with Disney Plus.
I'm trying to figure out which part in it that you're talking about that was your favorite. Clearly, it wasn't Mickey mopping up the mess.
No. Think about Fantasia, all of the wonderful
colors and
and all of that, man. It's a relaxing movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you was just,
If I was
It's like a
Thinking about the
sedative.
If I was what? If I was what? I know what you're thinking. And
All
I know
right.
what you're saying. That's not it, brother.
All right, we got to say hi to Alan Nagy, who's checking us out today on the #1 video podcast in America, along with Mike Fields, one of the finest broadcast engineers in America. Mike, good to have you. Probably see you tomorrow at lunch. Supposed to have lunch with Mike tomorrow. And,
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go as well.
Are you? All
Yeah.
right, good to have
I'm
you.
gonna sit
Glad
there
to
and-
have you. We have a group of people that all work together at one time in the radio broadcast industry who have kind of scattered around the metro, and we get together maybe once a month for lunch. Anyway, okay, we got to get to Asinine Trivia. This is where we hit Richard, our producer, the guy who runs all the gear, does all the stuff that we're supposed to be doing.
Our resident genius.
Yeah. We have
the
him.
resident genius.
We have him answer questions from our list of asinine trivia. Trivia so easy, it's asinine.
He hasn't missed one yet.
No,
Last week I was close.
yeah.
I can't remember what question you asked.
One of the questions really stumped you.
Preparation H.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one stumped you. Well, these questions this contest actually, asinine trivia, we came up with years ago, and some of the sales department people from the station would come to us and say, "Hey, we got this big prize to give away." Yeah, and it'd be like a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew
Or
And
a
they'd-
certificate that you would never, ever take and cash in
Yeah, and
at all.
they'd want us to try to make it sound like we were giving away a Cadillac. So we would go ahead and come up with this real easy contest question so that people would have a good chance of winning the contest. Asinine trivia is what it is. All right, you ready, Richard?
Yes, sir.
All right. Question number 1: what will you find in a bag of Lay's potato chips?
Potato chips.
Potato chips. Good job. Question number 2:
Crumbs.
Where can you purchase a Whopper?
Burger King.
Burger King. You got it. All right.
Told you, man, the guy's rolling.
I know. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma, and who often stick Christmas candy canes in their nostrils, inhaling that peppermint aroma to open sinus cavities, and do so while singing "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer" while sipping on a strawberry margarita, and who also performed the #1 video podcast in America. Who would it be?
Jack and Ron.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice job, Richard. Nice job.
Oh man, see you're going for that Christmas present, aren't you? Yeah, I like this guy. I like
Nice
this
job.
guy.
Nice job. All right. Got a quick little update for you on some lottery information that I dug up. Quick lottery. It's kind of a sad news, not so sad news. How heartbreaking would this be? A guy in Raleigh, North Carolina, his name is Joshua. He bought a lottery ticket last month. He missed the jackpot by 1 number. He matched 4 of the 5. He ended up winning $250. Not bad. Oh, but wait. A month later, he goes and buys another ticket. Matched all 5 numbers that time. Won over $660,000.
So what's the problem?
Well, no real problem except up front. You're shaking yourself, thinking, how did I get 4 of the 5 numbers and only won $250? But then he turns around a month later, 5 numbers.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. Have you guys seen that documentary about the Monopoly story? McDonald's Monopoly?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
on Hulu.
yeah, yeah. That was some time back.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
That was crazy. That was all rigged.
Yeah, that blew
Of
my
course.
mind. I was so sad.
Yeah.
Well, now, who can you trust? What can you trust these days?
True.
I
Well,
don't know.
I'll tell you
The
something.
mafia, clearly.
I'm going to hold up a check, my friend.
Ron's got a check, and it's
Yeah.
a good-sized check.
You see this? Do you have a good? Can you see it real good?
It's kind of whited out, but we could tell it's a check.
Okay. This this check is for almost $13,000.
Wow.
They sent me this check because I received a letter with it from Publishers Clearinghouse. But they have on they jinxed it by putting on here International Lotto Commission, International Lottery Board. When did
Who's that?
Publishers Clearinghouse start
Hook
doing
up with
that?
the International Lottery Board.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, I still have this check, and folks, be aware of all the scams that are out there right now. The one thing that this guy was telling me, that was talking to me and congratulating me on winning this, was that
Oh, he called you on the phone?
yeah.
Ah, cool.
Let's see. And did he have a phone number here? Yeah, he had a phone number here. A 9. What is 929? I don't know
the
what that-
area code
yeah,
for that.
It's like
We ought to
one
call him.
block.
If we had the ability, we could call him right
You
now.
want to give me the number?
Say what now?
You can give you the number.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, here, hold up.
And his thing was, well, we'll need some money. I said, wait a minute, I want almost 13,000, and you need some money? Well, for the taxes and what have you.
Big
Dude,
scam. Big
send me the money. I'll pay my own taxes.
Right.
Thank you very much. And you guys are off the hook. Just let's validate this. And it says
big scam.
It says payment approved. I wish you could see this. This is absolutely unbelievable. It does have void after 90 days. And it's like, if you won, you won. It's yours forever. How are you going to void a prize that you won? Anyway.
Well, they want you to deposit it in the bank. And, of course, the check's bad, but the bank will think it's real because it looks good until 3 or 4 days down the road and they discover.
My bank. My bank will sit down and.
Well, and then they expect you to take money from that check that you deposited and send to them to pay the taxes, which there are no taxes because the check's not real. I went through this one time with somebody sent me postal. I don't want to call them cashier's checks, but it's the same thing. And I went to several of my friends who run retail stores, and they said, oh, yeah, these are good. These are good. So I went to my bank. Oh, yeah, these are good. We knew they weren't, and I was working with Channel 4 TV. Oops, sorry. I was working with a TV station to go over whether or not these were right, whether these checks were legal or not. So we went through the banking process, went through it all, and eventually it came because they wanted me to send them out of the $30,000 or $40,000 they were sending me. They wanted me to send $5,000 back to them for something. I forget what it was, the taxes again.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a scam. So we went through that one other time. And it was fun because, you catch them in the act, but you can't do a thing about it because these people are in like Liberia or some such thing.
I thought about.
You want to try calling it?
Going to my bank. I don't know why this is more than 90 days, but we could call them.
Hey, give me the number.
What the hell? 1-929-800-2530.
All right.
And a lot of folks may say,
800. Wait, hold up. You say
929-800.
yeah,
Well, what was after the 800?
2530.
All right.
Now they may say, well, gee, should you be giving that phone number out? Yes, I should.
Why not?
Can you guys hear it ringing?
Because we know it's a scam.
No,
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear it ringing. Maybe it's been disconnected.
Somebody just said something.
Hello?
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 Nobody there.
Is this the Publishers Clearinghouse? Oh, they're not saying anything.
They're not saying nothing.
That sounds like they hung
Speaking
up.
of that, someone did leave us a message. Someone looked like they were wanting to get a hold of Flash Hauler. They said, if I buy a washer in Phoenix, can you deliver it here? And I'll let your delivery guys crash out.
I don't know how that works.
Well-
I mean, I don't know if Flash Hauler covers the Phoenix area.
Why not go ahead and call Flash Hauler and find out for sure?
Or just go to flashholler.com, FLASHOLR.com.
Yeah.
Simple enough. All right. We got to get some audio that we, by the way, Mike, our former engineer, says 929 is Queens, Bronx, New York. That's the area code.
Home
Thank
of the
you, Mike.
con. Okay.
Home of the con. All right. Got some audio. We can run this, right, Richard?
Yeah.
Okay. Ohio woman got arrested. She threw her Chipotle order at an employee, hit her right in the face. Yeah. Poor girl working at a fast food restaurant.
I think I saw the video
I saw
of
this
this.
too. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Threw a burrito bowl at the Chipotle worker. Didn't think it was made well enough. That was a woman's decision.
Yeah.
So she didn't think the Chipotle bowl was made well enough. Well, here's the municipal court judge Timothy Gilligan sentencing Rosemary Hain. This is from the courtroom. He's sentencing this woman, Rosemary Hain, and then comments from him and the victim, Emily Russell, as well. Listen up.
Do you want to walk in her shoes for 2 months and learn how people should treat people, or do you want to do your jail time?
I'd like to walk in her shoes.
She didn't get a slap on her wrist. She's going to learn how to work in fast food, and hopefully it'll be good.
And no one deserves that. So I thought, why should the city taxpayers pay for her and feed her for 90 days in jail if I can teach her a sense of empathy?
Yeah, why put her in jail when you can make her work in a fast food restaurant operation
Now, I don't know
learn what it's like to deal with the customers?
Don't know if anyone saw this particular video, but I'm going to tell you this. When she threw that bowl of Chipotle, the lady, the server, came from behind the counter and jumped her.
Yeah.
And said, no, you don't do that, and grabbed her hair. And then somebody else, guess having a bad day, from behind the counter came out and helped her. And they were kicking this woman's butt for that.
And deservedly so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she like mush face.
Yeah, she got it right in the puss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
hey,
Anyway, she didn't like that. and as such, she came out and instead of talking to the woman, she just says, well, you know what? Violence begets violence, and whipped that butt. And I'm sitting there just saying,
You was pleasured by it.
yay. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
deeply so.
all right, we got to say hi to Steve Oakes. Steve is watching today on our #1 video podcast in America, along with a bunch of other folks. Steve is the head of Biotech, company that does a lot with us. They do that product they put out called Shine Time that we use on our automobiles, and the Jack and Ron video podcast van. Yeah, like we got
Mike
a
is
van.
saying she opened up a can of refried beans on her ass. So that's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
We got to take a quick break, commercial break. Don't go away. Still to come, our #1 for the year 2023 news of the I'll Be Damned story. Also, Jack and Ron classic recreation of the TV show Andy and Mayberry featuring Opie.
And that's not all. We have an email. A lot of people have problems all the time, and instead of scratching their head and wherever else they want to scratch, they send stuff to us. And it's a Christmas dilemma that this person is facing. Have a problem, we're going to solve it for them.
All right, it's all coming up back in just a flash. Hang on.
Hey Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger, winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it. Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around, and I don't see you. Oh, wait. Are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash Hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash Hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash Hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler. In the moving industry, and especially in the senior moving industry, if you've got an uncle, an aunt, a grandparent, or whatever, thinking of downsizing, moving from that property to
maybe the kids finally moved out of the house, and aren't you happy?
Yeah, you're an empty nester, but you're tired of maintaining the yard and doing all that. Well, Flash Hauler is now hooked up with every senior center in the state of Oklahoma, and they will be more than happy to help you make that transition, sell your furniture, do the whole project, and get you into a new place. And all you got to do is go to their website, FlashHauler, FLASHOLR.com.
And that's not all, my friend. You would say, hey, that's a great deal, but it gets better. They handle hauling furniture, junk removal, move in, move out. They got you. Packing and unpacking. I hate packing.
Don't
we
we
got
all?
somebody to do that for you. And they will even donate unused furniture. They have a mobile storage. They have the hard storage where you can just put it away. And they will help you get rid of some of that old furniture that you no longer want. So it's Flash Hauler's got it covered. And they say, hey, let us do the heavy work for you.
All right, simple enough. Again, just go to flashhauler.com, FLASHOLR.com. They've got it all covered for you. Even if you just need to move a washer, a dryer, a refrigerator, a sofa, a love seat, whatever, from point A to point B. They've got drivers and trucks all over the city, all over the state of Oklahoma. They can do it like that. So do that today. Go to flashhauler.com. Also got to mention our good friends at Andy B's.
Listen up, folks. This is real important during the holiday season.
They got Andy B's Bowl Social. It's a giant facility with an arcade, pool, axe throwing, and then the bowling is so cool.
Oh, yeah. Now, they have what they call a VIB, which means in this special section, there's an actual hologram on the floor. And it's fantastic. And they even have it set up where you can trace your ball's course and find out exactly why you missed that strike. And at the same time, they have a Mustang, 65 Mustang. It's cut in half, the top of it. It's a pool table. They have a snack bar. And they have the biggest and the best arcade you've ever seen, the latest games there. You win some tickets, but you keep those tickets in your hand and you go to a redemption room where they have prizes from Xboxes on up and down. You got to check it out. And with the holiday season here, this is a perfect place to gather.
And it's a great place, too, because they've got an upscale restaurant and bar. Bar is phenomenal, fully staffed, and it's a full bar. So you can enjoy all those beverages you think
don't
of.
forget about the robot.
Oh, yeah, they got that robot that serves you.
You're tired of hauling that bowling ball around? They have a robot that goes the entire distance of Andy B's. You won't have to pack a thing. I'm telling you, the place it's the 22nd century right there. Andy B's, we're talking about on Pennsylvania, about a block and a half south of 122nd. Look for the big B, the letter B, taller than the building itself. You won't be sorry. It's a great place.
Oh, I got to say hi to my loving wife, Cindy. She's watching today. So nice to have you.
Yeah. Straighten that language up now, won't you?
Sure enough. All right, we got to get to some email because we get a lot of people who write to us, people in crisis, people with problems. And who do they go to? No, not Dr. Phil.
Oh, he's getting a divorce. He's in pain right now.
They come to Jack and Ron.
All right, let's do it. Dear Jack and Ron, I have to vent. The neighborhood Christmas lights contest has gotten out of hand. Some are having pros come out to help them, spending a lot of money. Now, there is no money prize involved. My kids want us to join in. They have no say because they pay no bills.
What? Okay.
And at this particular point, what say you? What do you think about this? Let me tell you, my friend, I agree. They're not paying any bills. They don't have a say in how much money you have to spend to get in this Christmas light contest. And at the same time, pay that increased electric bill. Just let them know, take them to Andy B's or something like that. Those who can't afford to redo their house like that for the season, they shouldn't be shunned or made fun of or anything like that. Enjoy the neighborhood. Enjoy whatever you can do. You know, like me, I have a wreath on the door. Merry Christmas. So that's all I do. Stand tall, my friend.
Yeah, and the other thought is, who's going to pay for the medical bills when Dad falls off a ladder trying to put those lights up on the roof?
Yeah.
Think about that.
What they have this other thing now. You can stick it out in your yard, and it has
projects
a little spark.
it.
Yeah, I had one of those one time. However, there is a big street light right across the street, which
Shines in. It defeats the whole thing.
The whole thing. So I took it down, and that was the end of it.
That was that.
Hey, what happened to the good old days of Christmas where you got a Christmas tree, you got some lights on it, Merry Christmas, you get a gift that the day is all good for you.
Yeah.
What happened to that? Now you've seen some of these, the backyard, front yard, the driveway, the trees, everything.
Well, the worst part about that sometimes is when an entire neighborhood goes, gangbusters with Christmas lights. The big problem is everybody wants to drive by. What do you do? Then you've got a traffic issue in your own neighborhood.
Yep.
I
So
think it's like a competition now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a competition.
There's a lot of competition.
But for this
tree is
person,
bigger?
there's no prize. There's just bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah.
But who
To
If
say-
cares?
we were bragging, you would never hear them bragging about
It'd be
it.
like
Yeah.
my lights are better than yours.
Yeah,
that
and let's
kind of
face
thing.
it, after New Year's, nobody cares.
My pump is stronger than your pump.
And then the real fun part comes when right after the New Year, when it's really cold outside and you've got to go take all that stuff down. All right, we got to get to a little more audio for you. A woman went on TikTok to explain that she's dumping her boyfriend because he refused to get her some toilet paper when she was in the bathroom and the bathroom ran out of toilet paper.
Wait a minute. When she went to the bathroom, did she not see there was no toilet tissue? Because let's face it, women use toilet tissue no matter what they go to the bathroom for.
Well, look, you're asking me questions I can't answer, my friend. Anyhow, so she
Jack,
goes
you
to
weren't there.
she goes to TikTok to talk about dumping her boyfriend because he refused to get her the toilet paper when the bathroom ran out. Here she is. Her name is Jess Jacobson, talking about that incident. Listen up.
I'm breaking up with the guy I'm dating because of what he did to me while I was on the toilet the other day. And I'm not joking. Like, I'm being so serious right now. So I'm at his house. There's no toilet paper. I'm like, damn. Hey, babe, could you please grab me some toilet paper? He said no. I already told you that bathroom's out of toilet paper. Sorry.
Wow. Think she's from New York, the way she speaks that fast and that furious?
I don't know. I'm getting the idea why he didn't want to get her any toilet paper. But
He wanted to let her stay in the damn bathroom forever.
But we had a gentleman. He's passed on right now, Big Bad Tom, and he had a problem with his toilet. Yeah, here I go.
It was a listener of ours that used to call quite frequently,
and they had something wrong with their toilet. And what they would do, and I'm serious now, I hope nobody's eating right now. After they couldn't flash the toilet paper, so they would just
flush it. Yeah, so they throw it.
So they threw it in the trash can right there in the room. And I'm saying, wait a minute, you have a trash can full of used toilet paper. Why not get your toilet fixed?
There's an idea.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
too much money.
Well, that's too much like right.
Yeah.
So why do that? All right. Where's my superstar megaphone here? We got to get to the feature you've been waiting for.
News of the I'll Be Damned.
Now, this is our, as we approach the end of the year, we'd like to showcase some of the stories that have come out during the year. This is the best news of the I'll Be Damned story of the year 2023. A 45-year-old man may never be able to use his weenie again after his girlfriend accidentally sprayed expanding home insulation foam up his urethra during a sex act gone wrong.
Wait a minute. Accidentally? Now,
well, the foam hardened, and doctors were unable to remove the hardened foam through the man's opening to his private part, so the patient had to have a new opening cut between his scrotum and his anus so he could be able to urinate. The reason for the odd accident in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, the poor man had been struggling with impotence, or ED, and had been inserting various objects into his unit to stay firm. Doctors say taking that little blue pill would have probably been a lot easier.
You make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No,
It hurts just reading it. You kidding?
He's sticking stuff up his.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Well,
why are you asking more
here's the
questions?
deal.
I want a clarification, man.
Let me get to the final paragraph, ladies and gentlemen. Urologist who detailed the incident said the man waited over 3 weeks to seek medical treatment. And by that time, the foam was very much rooted in his dangling part. Additional surgeries, that is, will be required in an attempt to make the man semi-normal.
You mean for 3 weeks he couldn't go to the bathroom in number one?
Well, they said he was having a difficult time struggling getting through urinating, but it was like a trickle instead of a stream.
Who came up with this idea?
I don't know.
Bring some of that foam spray over here.
They
There you go.
They
Now
didn't
put
give
it
us-
right. There you go. Why?
I don't know. They didn't give us all the details. I'm so sorry. I wish I had more details to share.
I'm glad you don't.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. I assume they broke up.
I don't think they're together anymore.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, today is special because it's breakup day, folks. Did you know that?
I didn't know
This is the day you most likely will get dumped.
Oh, I think I've heard of this because it's like two weeks
2
before
weeks
the holiday.
That's right. And now the day you are least likely to get dumped will be Christmas Day because it's too late then.
Yeah.
And what have you. But I was not aware of that. This day is the day you are most likely to get dumped. If you think you have a good relationship, well, check it at midnight to see if you're still with that particular person.
There you go. All right. We got to get to some audio that we promised we'd have for you. For those of you who remember the old Andy of Mayberry TV show, and I think they still run that thing in reruns on some
the Hillbillies,
the sub-channel
Green
thing,
Acres, and everything else, man.
Well, anyway, the show featured Sheriff Andy Taylor, played by, what was his name again?
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
And his son, Opie, played by young Ron Howard, was also a part of the show. And their live-in aunt on the show, Aunt B.
Jack and I always wondered, why is it we never heard an explanation as to what happened to Andy's wife or Andy's woman who gave him this baby?
Well, here we go. Let's travel back in time, sort of, as we present a classic Jack and Ron, Andy of Mayberry featurette. Listen up.
Golly, Paul.
What's that, son?
I went downtown yesterday and I saw Helen, Barney's girlfriend, making out with Otis the drunk. Then he gave her some cash and they went into Miss Mary Lou's boarding house. Wow, Paul, what's Barney gonna say? Paul, is it normal for a man to pay a woman for loving? Paul, Floyd the barber told me he would never pay a woman for kisses. Paul, when I get my hair cut, Floyd the barber always has me sit on his lap instead of in the chair like a big boy. And Paul, Floyd always runs his tongue up and down the back of my neck. He says that helps make the hair on my head stand up easier and make it easier to cut. Paul, why does Aunt B take so much time in the bathroom? Paul, every time I gotta take a leak, Aunt B's in the bathroom reading magazines and stuff. Then when she comes out, I can't go in for about an hour because, Paul, it seems like someone died in there. Paul, when will Aunt B ever find a husband and move out? And Paul, just who is Aunt B and whose aunt is she anyway? Paul, I can't wait till they open a McDonald's so we can have something good to eat. Paul, if Aunt B cooks any more of that meatloaf, I'll go postal. Paul, do I have to scrub Aunt B's feet again tonight? Her feet are covered with bunions and stuff. Paul, I'm going to town to the filling station to see if Goober will let me help change the oil on Mrs. Martin's car. We got her believing she needs to have her oil changed every 300 miles so Goober can make a good profit and stay in business. I'll see you, Paul.
Whatever happened to Opie's mother?
Yeah, they hardly ever said anything about, Andy Taylor, or Andy, what was that his name on the show?
Andy of Mayberry.
Yeah, Andy of Mayberry. Yeah, Sheriff Taylor. She just, much like Drew Peterson, she just mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah. And again,
that was his fourth wife. I think his third wife died in a bathtub drowning accident. And really, with Andy of Mayberry, the wife was never there. But I remember they said the last thing the mom ever said was, "Boy, this chicken tastes funny." And I think it was Aunt B who poisoned her. Because she was living with him and she couldn't stand having another woman in the house. And Aunt B was like, "Andy, there's not room for the both of us." And so consequently, she poisoned Andy's wife. "It's too bad we'll have to attend a funeral. I'll have to get out my black dress, Andy." And so, consequently, Andy never had a woman in that show.
And because they did have a little son, it was natural for Aunt B just to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Stay there and help raise this child. And, of course, Big problem for Andy because he couldn't bring any hot babes home.
Yeah.
Come on over. We'll swing in the swing, that is, on the front
porch.
Yeah.
Oh, big thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We'll have a lemonade. Andy, I made lemonade for you, but I won't make it for that bitch you're sitting with.
There you have it. A little flashback.
Oh.
Andy and Mayberry just for you today as we step into the holidays.
Jeez Louise.
Good stuff. Always good to reminisce and go back down that.
The way it should be.
Yeah. The way that show should have been presented.
No kidding.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
All right.
I know what we got to get to if I'm looking at this thing correctly. It looks like
Making good time, man.
Yeah, we are. Time for Ron's special feature.
Sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Well, Jada Pinkett Smith says that Oscar slap saved her marriage.
Wow.
She called it a slap of hope. She said you would be surprised of all of the good things that happened after that slap. And now she will never leave Will.
Well, because Will really did come to her rescue and stand up for her. You remember?
But Will went through. He's still going through so much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The out of that.
I mean, for something like that, you can discuss it afterwards. But to get up and embarrass yourself, your family, and of course, set yourself up for a big giant lawsuit from Chris Rock. But at any rate, Will has now been seen with another black, bald woman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why'd you have to put so much emphasis
Yeah.
on bald?
Mom's
because I saw a picture. She bald as can
smooth
be.
as mug, huh?
Yeah.
So it's another woman, but it's not his wife.
No, it's not his wife.
Now, were they out seeing he goes out with a bunch of people though. Like, were they out
Could be in a
kissing?
crowd.
They weren't kissing. They were out showing themselves off like they don't care.
Oh, okay.
So who knows? Mr. and Mrs. Smith is coming to television, starring Donald Glover, believe it or not,
Really?
and it's based on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Nice series. King Charles, you know what I'm talking about? That's Gayle King and Charles Barkley. They have a program on CNN.
I haven't seen it yet, and I'm mad because I want to watch it. Have you seen it?
You better catch it real quick.
It's almost gone.
Yeah, it didn't do well in the ratings.
Ooh.
But
Are they interviewing people?
Interviewing and talking about people. Now it did well in the demo, but as far as the ranking, as far as other nighttime supposedly news shows, it did not do that well at all. So both of them have other jobs. Lucky for them.
Wow.
Sarah Haynes of The View says there was one at the table who made things tense all the time. They hated this. They won't say hate, but they had difficulty with this one guest all the time.
A guest?
Okay, co-host. Which co-host was it?
You tell me.
Meghan McCain.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Julia Roberts says mushrooms are the hardest drugs that she's ever tried. And
I would have never suspected or never expected her to have tried that.
Yeah, she says she liked it a lot.
Wow.
But does warn other young people not to try it.
A good idea.
Yeah.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
But I warn everybody, don't do it.
And I don't care who knows. That's what I do. That's my thing. Troy Aikman, I didn't know this. He put out a country song back in 1995 called Oklahoma Nights. Anybody remember that?
Troy Aikman? In what year?
Troy Aikman, 1995.
No, I do not.
Oklahoma. None of the country stations?
No, I don't believe any of the country stations I'm
You two
familiar.
never played it?
Say what?
You two never played it?
No, we weren't
radio?
doing country at the time.
Oh, okay.
No. And it would be nice if, something we could make fun of and have a good time, but I don't remember Oklahoma Nights, at least not the way he did.
Let the people know about it.
The Squid Game Challenger winner has not received her $4.5 million, even though the competition ended in February of this year. She's still waiting on her cash. And 18 companies have cut ties with Diddy due to the recent allegations of sexual assault against him. 18 different companies.
Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff going on right now.
Well, when one woman does it, and then right after that, another woman, in fact, two women basically are at the judge's door with the same thing. It's like, what's the deal? It's almost like the Jamie Foxx sexual allegation charge that was 30 years old. That's your Hollywood update, folks.
All right, very good. Always good to get those updates on what's going on with your favorite Hollywood celebrities. All right, we got to get to what we call and I've got to change this up today, but we're going to do the Jack and Ron exclusive.
Dumbass joke of the day.
You ready? Here's the deal. We normally have three. We normally have three very cheesy jokes, but I'm going to have to reduce it to two because I just realized joke number one is like 2 pages long. I don't have time for that.
I better laugh my butt off.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're going to go with two jokes today.
Okay.
All right. And with these two cheesy jokes, we let Ron pick which one he wants. So Ron gets to pick his cheese. Here we go. Joke number one, the lawyer. Joke number two, the angry wife. Again, the lawyer or the angry wife. What's it going to be?
Well, considering our time in broadcasting, the lawyer.
All right. Here's the lawyer.
Yeah.
For you. A guy goes to a lawyer and asks, how much do you charge? The lawyer says, I charge $50 for 3 questions. The guy says, that's awfully steep, isn't it? The lawyer says, yeah, I suppose so. Now, what's your final question?
Ooh, get ready.
Got it? Got it? Okay. I'll give you one more. How's that?
Not too bad. Oh, he didn't get a ding for that one?
Come on, don't I get a ding?
No one too. That was better than last week. Last week was.
Last week was.
We may just cancel the feature altogether.
You wanted to take him outside and get a shovel, didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
All right. A wife got so mad at her husband, she's furious. She packed his bags, told him, get out. Go now. And as he walked to the door, she yelled, I hope you die a long, slow, painful death. He turned around and said, oh, so you want me to stay?
Ooh.
Come on. Come on. That ain't bad, is it? Gee.
Good job, Jack.
This is tough, man. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
You know, I work all week on this material. It doesn't sound like it. I almost make it to dress rehearsal, but at this point, I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm just
if I
wondering.
should be doing this anymore.
I mean, you have a wonderful wife. How does she take some of these? It seems like jokes against women.
Oh, she thinks they're hilarious. Actually, she did laugh at that one when I told it to her. Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's kind of my sounding board, you know. I test all this material out on her. And if she gives me the thumbs up, I throw it away and I start with something else.
Or the thumbs out. All right.
Okay, we got to get to, we got to get to Tribond, don't we? Tribond. This is where we give you 3 words. You got to come up with 1 word that works with the 3. Your answer must match ours or mine. These are the words we gave you last week. I don't know if anybody got this one last week. Richard, do you remember the 3 words were sign, hole, and season?
Yeah, pot.
Who?
Pot.
No.
It wasn't pot.
No. Sign, hole, season. Did you get it?
No, I agree with Richard. I thought it was pot as well.
Put that in the chat.
The word is post.
Oh.
Post hole.
We read it wrong, man.
Post season and signpost. Okay.
Yeah, you just miss out the S.
All right, you got that. All right, we got another one for you, and I made this one extremely easy. And we'll come back 1 week from today. You'll have 7 days to think about it. We'll come back Monday, December 18th with the answer. But the 3 words today: size, courtroom, murder. Did you say murder?
Yes, you said murder. All right.
Size, courtroom, murder. 1 word works with those 3. Your answer must match mine. Any idea? Again, size, courtroom, murder.
That's interesting.
Think about it.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah? Scooby-Doo? No, think about it. We'll have the answer for you 1 week from today. All right, we got to wrap this thing up, don't we? With 2 tough trivia.
As a matter of fact, we do. Now, you each had an opportunity to think about this. The question: the first animated movie to be nominated for an Oscar.
I'm going to steal what someone said in chat. The Lion King.
I said fantasy. I said Fantasia.
I think it's the Lion King.
Wrong.
No.
Let me see. Wrong.
Alan, you let me down.
Wrong. Okay. Can I have another guess?
Of course you can.
Let me think about it.
Your first one's kind of...
Okay. Beavis and Butthead.
Was it before The Lion King? Lion King came out in 95. Was it before that?
This was 1992.
I thought Beavis and Butthead, they were around that time.
Animated movie that came out in 92 that was nominated for...
The first animated movie nominated for an Oscar. Okay.
I don't want to give up yet.
See, Mike is saying Steamboat Willie.
Oh, wow.
You
got that, Mike.
Yeah. By the way, Mike, that's wrong.
Oh, man, are you kidding me?
Jack, you ain't got nothing else? I feel like you know.
No, I'm not good at animated movies. I'm not much of a fan of animated
But
movies.
it's The Lion King.
It's
You seen
Oscar
The Lion
nominated,
King?
man. It's a
Little
huge.
Mermaid. How about The
That's
Little
accurate.
Mermaid?
All right, let me go ahead and give it
Okay,
to you.
what is it?
Wait, is it a Disney movie?
I think it is.
Oh, man, that's going to piss me off.
What is it then?
Beauty and the Beast.
Jack.
I'm going home. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
Yeah.
Got to say hi to Vicky Smith, who's checking us out today. Hey, Vicky, how are you? How's your artwork and your paintings coming? Hope it's going well. She does some really good artwork. Okay, so that's it, huh? We're done?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Nothing
lost we didn't think Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm really surprised that you didn't.
Are you a big animated film viewer? Do you watch? I don't. I'm not a big animated
Well, see,
guy.
there's a difference between animation and anime.
No, I watch
What is the difference?
See,
Because
I
everything I
like
hear
it.
anime. What is anime?
Growing up.
Well, what's anime versus animation? I didn't know there was a difference.
Well, anime is an animated version of.
Okay,
but it's
a real, like if you took what we do here and they turned it into a cartoon or an animated feature, it would be considered anime.
Yeah.
If they took video of is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
Yeah, it's more adult than
Okay.
than regular animation. Than Mighty Mouse coming to save the day or something like that.
You got cartoons. There you go. You got
Yeah, I like
cartoons.
cartoons.
they-
Roadrunner.
Yeah,
Roadrunner was
those
always
are cartoons,
Those are
but
cartoons.
but anime
Popeye.
is something entirely different.
Good
And,
old Popeye.
and I'll tell you, if you want to know more, you can go to Andy B's. That's right. So Bowl and Social, my friend, and they have some people there will go ahead and tell you exactly what the difference is, and at the same time, you can sit at the bar, maybe have a drink, maybe have a snack from their snack bar, play some darts, throw some axes. It may sound dangerous, but it is not. It's the safest thing, and you'll have the best time ever. The usual bowling, and of course, the best arcade you'll ever find, with a chance to make off with some fantastic prizes in the Redemption Center. That's Andy B's. It's on Pennsylvania, about a block and a half south of 122nd.
Where the old heritage bowling alley used to be at.
Yeah,
Old Heritage Lanes, but boy, this place has really been remodeled.
It took a half a year to get it done.
Refurbished. It's beautiful. Like Ron says, I've never seen an arcade quite like this. It's
Yes.
really top of the line. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Anyway, check out Andy B's. Also, thanks to Flash Hauler, major sponsor of this #1 video podcast in America for so many years. Flash Hauler, they transport merchandise, much like Uber transports people. Flash Hauler transports merchandise.
Hauling on demand is what we call it, my friend.
There
And
you
they
go.
say let them do the heavy work for you. And, tell them about the idea that you can see where you are going to live. Therefore, you can put the furniture where you want it.
Yeah, they have the entire layout of every senior center in the state of Oklahoma, and they are now integrated with those. If you've got a senior looking to move out of their property, move into a senior center, they can help you do it all, from selling the furniture, moving everything, and putting you up. Plus, we got to thank the great folks here at Othello's Italian Restaurant. Looking for great Italian food, they open every day at 4 o'clock, 7 days a week, 4 p.m. Othello's Italian Restaurant, 1 South Broadway in historic downtown Edmond. Plus, they have a second location down there on Campus Corner in Norman. Great Italian food. Check it out as soon as possible. Good time to do it during the holidays while you're doing your shopping. All right, we got to get out of here. Remember, when you go out to do what you do, do it like Jack and Ron. Do it like us. Do it like Jack and Ron. Be the best at what you do. Be the very best at whatever you do. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort.
Yeah.
Like Jack and Ron. Go out there. Give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.